how to eat with your butt.
My mom said to make sure I look good this time in the school pictures.
Okay, smile.
Unfortunately, when the photos come back, he gets in trouble from the school and his parents for making a stupid face. This kid cannot catch a break. He ends up grounded the entire episode, and though the kids try to come and get him to tell him about all the crazy stuff that's going on in South Park, he can't leave the house because his parents seemingly just hate his face.
I didn't mean to look like a jackass, it just happened.
You made a goofy face.
No, that's just what I look like.
His parents even make him wear a bag over his head so they don't have to see the stupid faces he's supposedly making.
I'm not wearing makeup, Dad.
Put that bag back on.
Yes, sir. Dude, that poor kid.
So while they didn't really quite have a unique voice for the character in the first couple seasons or movie, over seasons 3, 4, and 5, they pretty quickly built up a ton of traits and lore surrounding Butters that created a super strong foundation for the character moving forward. And after this, he basically becomes the next leading character in the show behind the four main boys, with an immediate and conscious effort to bring him to the forefront more often. In fact, when they decided to actually kill off Kenny in season 5's episode Kenny Dies, leaving a spot open in the group, they close out the season with a story called Butters' Very Own Episode.
Butters!
Well, that's me. Yeah.
Butters' Very Own Episode is such a perfect escalation of everything the show built around him over the first 5 seasons, showcasing his trademark naivete and the absolutely depraved reality of his home life. And it all starts with Butters' unmatched excitement about going to Bennigan's for his parents' anniversary.
Bennigan's? Oh boy, you mean it? Whoopee! At Bennigan's, I'm gonna get the right hand baby back ribs.
When Butters' mom asks him to spy on his dad to find out what he's getting her for their anniversary, Butters accidentally discovers that his dad has been exploring his curiosities. You know, down at the Stud Cat Theater for Fisting Fireman 9, and, you know, hanging out at the all-male bathhouse.
The White Swallow Spa. Yep, he went there and he wrestled with all kinds of guys.
This episode does such a great job embracing how innocent Butters is. South Park is pretty selective about when the kids do or don't understand more adult concepts, but Butters, he's almost always fully unaware of these kinds of things. His mind is just too pure. So when he tells his mom all of this information, he has no idea that it's going to completely shatter her world and send her into a complete mental breakdown. Butters even catches his dad at the spa again after this, and as obvious as it is, he's just too innocent to understand it.
I'm glad I found you. I think I know the perfect anniversary present for Mom. What are you doing with your wiener out there, Dad?
This leads to Butters' mom trying to drown him in the river during her breakdown, and despite the fact that he is actively being murdered, Butters is just Butters.
I think that, yep, it looks like the car's filling up with water. Yeah, I think maybe now might be a good time to come back inside the car and drive, Mom.
The entire episode is filled with examples of Butters' upbeat attitude shining through when things just fly over his head.
I need some goddamn poontang.
Yeah, I could use some goddamn poontang myself right now.
But what I love best about this episode is that it establishes one more thing that makes Butters so great. We get another one of those Butters puts his foot down moments when his parents want him to lie about where he's been so that they don't get in trouble with the police.
And when you start covering up one lie with another lie, that's when you get into real trouble. But I've just about had it up to here with you two.
Over the course of the show, one thing that really shines through with Butters is that even though he's completely naive and innocent and he doesn't really understand everything he's experiencing, even when his life is absolutely miserable, he almost always has a very substantial understanding of the larger picture. His perspective on his parents lying here is a perfect example of this, and we're going to get even better examples as we go through his journey even further. After Butters' Very Own Episode, they really start to embrace Butters as a main character. In fact, season 6 is largely a Butters season, at least for a substantial portion of it. But they put an even deeper spin on the way Butters is treated poorly and manipulated by the other kids through his role as Kenny's replacement. The boys even just call him Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. No, gosh darn it, my name's not Kenny. Kenny's dead, and you're all gonna have to learn to deal with that.
But now the boys tend to rope Butters into doing the least desirable parts of all their schemes by guilting him about Kenny. In this one, they want Butters to gain and then lose a bunch of weight so that they can make money on an advertising campaign, just like Jared from Subway. After Butters gains the weight and then can't lose it, they make him have liposuction, which of course gets him grounded.
What? I told you my parents would be sore, and they suffer having liposuction surgery. I can't be outside for 5 days.
And even after Butters gets grounded, they still manipulate him into going through with more of their plan by using their dead friend as a guilt-tripping device.
Kenny would have done it.
Yep.
You guys remember what a cool friend Kenny was? God, he was always up for helping us out, man. He was the best friend ever.
We see this multiple times through the season as well. The boys really treat Butters horribly in the episode Freak Strike. They even make him dress up like Kenny in this one.
But I'm not gonna wear this coat anymore either. I should be able to be you guys' friends without wearing Kenny's old coat.
They get Butters to put fake balls on his chin so that he can go on the Maury Povich show, and of course, they use those exact same tactics that we just saw to get him to commit to it.
Kenny would have done it.
So, I told you guys before, I'm not Kenny. We know. Believe me, we know.
It's such a bummer to see how taken advantage of Butters is. They literally send him to New York on